Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Good morning. Hey guys, it's Adam here. On today's adventure, we're going here. Well, not Osaka. We're going to Japan, though. Specifically, we're going to Tokyo. Well, okay, really specifically, we're going to Yokohama. We'll be around that area. I was invited out to basically do some voiceover work on a game, so that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, so this is the first time I've been to Japan in the summer. I haven't been to Japan in like a year and a half. I've been there quite a few times, but never in the summer. I'm kind of I prefer cold weather type of person, so I may boil out there, but I did my best. Anyway, so we are not in a rush this time, thankfully, and so we're just going to get in through here, go through security, check in the bag, all that fun stuff, and then hit up the club lounge before we board the flight. All right, we have checked our bag in over there, and now it's time to go through security. You guys know the process. Let's hit up that clear lane. No problems whatsoever. It's actually very dead right now, well, surprisingly. It's 4th of July, the day I record this, and it's like one of those days where everybody's going nuts traveling. However, I don't know, middle of the day, it's just not too many people. Anyway, no big deal. So I'm going to go over to the club lounge, kill some time there. Well, for simple patriotic reasons, I think it's my duty to eat one of these, of course. So we ended up with some pasta, some chicken, obviously coffee, and a little freedomerized, some liberated some cake. So these guys just walked over and just sort of like handing out food. So it's a barbecue chicken sandwich. I guess they got bored and they just decided to make it. They're just walking around giving it away. Very cool. Good luck streak continues. I got upgraded to Polaris to go to Haneda, Tokyo. Much excited, because that makes life a lot easier. So a couple of changes. We now have another one of these pouches. This one's black, but it's still about a British football or soccer team. We have some slippers, and the blanket has changed quite a bit. These are made out of plastic bottles, which is kind of cool. Well, I have officially landed in Japan. It is good to be back. It is very hot here, 32 degrees Celsius currently. Yeah, I'm tired. Even though I got upgraded to the pod and everything, I didn't really get much sleep. And the food was really good. Had the steak thing. At some point, there was also some sort of like duck thing. I know I'm not doing a great job of description, but I'm very not there. At one point there was a grilled cheese sandwich with soup, and eventually there was breakfast with sausage and eggs and fruits and stuff. Anyway, it was all good. But yeah, now I'm at Haneda, which is the lesser of the two Tokyo airports, but it is the far superior location. So right now I have to go through customs and all that fun stuff. There is a QR code process I could have done in advance of coming here, but I forgot to do it. So they have the old school method of just filling out a piece of paper or customs form, which I did. So I'm gonna go deal with all of that. And then make my way down to Yokohama, which is where I'm going. So if you guys have seen my previous Japan videos, I've offered you guys a lot of guidance on what to expect when getting into Japan. So I'm gonna be skipping some of that, but I will give you a couple of highlights as necessary, and then we will find our adventure. Just cleared Japanese customs. I was in that line for like an hour. That took forever. Now I have to find my bag. Okay, I just cleared secondary customs for my bag and all that, and now we walk out into the area, and I must catch a train. Oh, it's hot out, but it's nice to be back in Japan. So if you're leaving out of Haneda, the Kaikyu line runs out of here. You need a Suica card, which I have one right here. There's also Ikoka and Passmo. I have it in this cute little Dreamcast case thing. Anyway, I need to go see how much is actually still on this from a previous trip, which you can do over there. And then from there, we will take a train down to Yokohama Station. So this is a new thing. Up here it says Passmo cards are no longer for sale. This is an update. So the card I was showing you, which I've had for years, they no longer sell these. They have like a tourist version you can pick up, but you must return it when you come back to the airport. And a pro tip on that, any money that's left on the card they keep. So basically, you know, if you're going to come back to the airport, do some math, spend it at a bunch of vending machines or whatever beforehand. It really does suck they got rid of these. They're trying to push people to use the app and then use the app on there, which I would say do, except they built it into only Japanese phones can do it. So it's really good for domestic. It's actually really sucks for tourists. And I think that they just didn't really think of that. But yeah, if you want to do the temporary card, get that. I have checked it and I have more than enough credit on this thing, so I'm good to go. So all you do is go over here and tap the little card over there, and that'll get you into the train network. If you don't have one of these train tickets, a Passmo card, etc., I highly recommend buying one and then constantly reloading it. The only pain of it is, and the machine makes it very clear, you cannot recharge these with a credit card. You still need cash, so keep that in mind. You'll notice when you're here that people like to line up on one very specific side of the escalator. It's just a common courtesy. In the northern part of the country, in most parts of the country, it's on the left, except for Osaka, where it's on the right. So trains in Japan are comically easy to use. They're also very English compatible. As you can see, it's labeled everywhere. I highly recommend just going to your phone. Google is pretty good about knowing which platforms you need to be on and all that sort of stuff. I've never really been lost here. I would argue that Japan is the only country in the world that I've ever been to that does trains correctly. And yes, I'm speaking to all the Europeans in particular who think your trains don't suck. They suck. So I'll just give you an example of this. As you can see, it's labeled in English. I'm taking a train towards Yokohama. So it's telling me that the first train is also an express train, and it says how many cars it is, what time it'll be here, etc. And I'm going to the Zushi Hayama direction because that's the end of the line. You get kind of used to it, but it's pretty easy. So I just got off the train connecting to Yokohama. I have to take the Minatomori line over to my hotel, and I'm back at the Tully's Coffee, which apparently today's a national holiday. Happy Beans Day. All right. And I'm back. Man, it's member berries. But anyway, I'm gonna head up there and get to the hotel. So this is my room. Such as it is. It has an air conditioner. This is by far the most essential thing. So funny thing, for those who have seen my previous Japanese videos, you know I had a better view. That was not what I was hoping to see. Yeah, I'm actually at the same hotel, the Hotel Live Max in Yokohama. This is a chain. It's kind of like saying the Hilton. But this is one specifically at Motomachi Ekime. This one I've actually been in. This is my third time at this particular hotel. And you might be wondering, why do you pick it? One, affordability. It is a cheap place to stay when I'm the one paying for it. B, that would be two, because I have jet lagged and my brain is not all there. It is a nice location relative to things I enjoy. You know, it's just a little south of Tokyo, a little north of Yokosuka, relatively easy to get to Yokohama Station, which from there you can go everywhere. The area is very chill, etc. Also, it's in very good range of a Kura sushi, so that's big number 3 right there. And I guess there's an argument of familiarity, but I don't really care too much about that. But also, yeah, it's just a nice place, relatively speaking, for what you pay for. And they leave you alone, which is key. It is hot. All right, it's not that bad. I've done Guam in the summer. I can handle this. I'm going to eat those words later. But now I want to eat actual food. I was debating if I wanted to go out to like a Sushi Express, or not Sushi Express, Kura Sushi. See, I need sleep too. That's the big issue here. I'm not going to do that because I had enough food on the plane. So I'm basically just going to go to 7-Eleven. Yes, I know 7-Eleven. It's in Japan. It's much better. I'm going to head over to one of those, just grab like coffees and stuff to kind of hold me through the night. Maybe like a sandwich or something. I don't really know. But I'll be fine. So I got some provisions. Obviously, I'm not going to eat all these tonight. We have a lemon chicken. This one's hot. Came out of the hot bar thing. So, you know, you say, sumimasen, mitemoi desu ka? Referring to like, hey, sorry, can I see something? And then you point at the thing you want. You say either kore ni shimasu, or you say kore kudasai, meaning kore kudasai means like this one. Kore ni shimasu, more formal, just basically saying like, I'd like this one. I got something called an egg and pizza sauce. I don't know. This is a tuna mayo. I forget. I'm too tired to remember the word for these things, but I'm sure a lot of you guys. It's basically rice in seaweed and some, in this case, tuna and mayo in the center. For dessert, a chocolate and custard whipped cream. I also have 4 cans of coffee because I have a long night ahead of me to try and stay up past midnight. And then some nutritional value because vitamins are important or something. My jet lag tactic, by the way, try to stay up past midnight. It's currently 6 p.m. I'm doing okay. Then crash out, and my body will likely wake me up at some point. I forgot melatonin, but when it does wake me up at like 2 or 4 in the morning, I'm prepared with this, which I found at O'Hare before I left. So, yeah, that's my night. Ohayo gozaimasu. It is day 2 here in Japan. Well, probably actually technically day 3 with time zones. Yeah, let's go with day 3. Why not? So there are plans today, this evening. Certain things I can and cannot talk about. We will see how they transpire as they go. However, later I want to get some sushi because that has been something I've been craving, is Kura sushi. But they don't open for a couple more hours. Jet lag wise, I'm kind of doing okay. I woke up in the middle of the night a couple times as expected. However, I did manage to go back to sleep by using sleeping pills. So it's like 7 a.m. now, and that's good. That's a good time to be awake. I'm gonna go grab a little snack type of deal, and then later we'll get some sushi. And then this evening, we'll see how the plans play out. Ideally, I'm supposed to be doing a little bit of work today, but we will see. We will see. Decided I want to check out some sodas. Obviously, there's a bunch of Mario promo stuff right now, which is cool. I've mentioned this in the past. If you ever see this logo, that is a laxative version of soda. That's laxative Pepsi and laxative Coke. Over here we have Big Zero. Here, Dr. Pepper is distributed by Coca-Cola, which is kind of interesting. This is the only new one I've seen, is a Pepsi Zero pineapple flavored. I might get this just to test it with something. I would really prefer if there was a sugared version, but there does not appear to be. Craft Boss does a lot of soda. This is apparently some sort of white peach juice one. I don't know why they're doing that, but whatever. So I just came out of this grocery store here. They've updated it to self-checkout, which is of course convenient. They even have English language options. It's a little weird though, the way they have it set up. You have to confirm your language and your payment method before you start even scanning items. So a guy came over to help me, which was very nice of him to do. But yeah, once you figure out that system, easy to function. That's kind of a general Japanese thing. Once you figure out the system, just function inside of it and you'll always be fine. So I've got a little bit of food. It's gonna hold me over, just a little snack type of deal. And then later I'm gonna go get sushi. Pro tip again, you might have noticed there was a gentleman standing there eating. I've mentioned this in the past in previous videos, but in Japan, if you're going to buy anything at a convenience store or grocery store and you want to eat it, you just stand there and you eat it. Like that's, you have these like pillars or whatever, you can stand near them and use them. It's socially acceptable to drink and walk, but eating and walking is typically frowned upon. Just an observation. So this is what I got to kind of hold me over. Obviously, we'll try this in a little while. These essential things are very good. Obviously, some nutritional value. I had the other one last night. Very, very good. This one contains peach, apple, banana, and pomegranate. Then I also got this little meal to hold me over. This one was specifically 20% off because the plastic, I think, is caved in a little, or it was. I don't know. Either way, I wasn't questioning it. So, fun thing right now. Pricing in Japan, so it was 398 yen, it's now 318 yen. Historically speaking, the Japanese like the yen to be matched to the US dollar, so in a perfect world it was like 100 yen to a dollar. I think 1 yen is 1 penny. However, that started to change, then it became 108, and the reason it was 108 is because 8% sales tax was ideal. Then they increased it to 110 because it was, 10% sales tax. Anyway, at the time I'm here, the yen has very much tanked. It's actually like 167 yen to a dollar right now. So you can kind of think of everything as almost like 40% off. So all of this combined was like $3.50. Yeah, good deal. Let's give a shot to this pineapple Pepsi Big Zero. I really wish this was like in sugar version, but whatever. I like the pineapple part. I don't really like the Pepsi part, which is, I know it's a little weird. Like I said, it'd be better if it was like an actual soda, but like I can only taste like Pepsi Zero here, and I'm just kind of like, eh. But the pineapple part, if you like pineapple, and I guess sugar-free or diet Pepsi, you would probably like this, but I like the pineapple part, but not the Pepsi Zero part. Anyway, it was interesting to try, though. I'm hoping to find more interesting sodas, though. It's good to see that this is still a thing. I'll go over this very quickly. A lot of stores in Japan, if you are a tourist, such as myself, will have something that says Japan tax-free shopping or tax-free. Basically, if you hit a certain price, usually about 50,000 yen, which used to be about $50, which is now closer to $30. Anything above that, you don't have to pay sales tax on, which would be currently 10%. So, yeah, it can be a little bit of a process getting it done, but it can be a very good savings. So I'm inside the Kura Sushi now, which is a conveyor belt sushi. They just opened, so there's not a whole lot. Basically, when you see something you like, you can just kind of do this,
pull one out, and then they charge by the plate, so you drop your plate in there. You can also order specific items. They've also updated a bit, so now there's an English menu on here, and there's also English when you check in. Basically, you tell them how many people are in your party, you want a table. I used to memorize the sequence for Japanese, but now they have it full on displayed in English too, which is very convenient. So anyway, time to eat. That was the first one up. I'll put some salmon. So if you want to order something, you just pull something up here, and in this case, I'm going to grab one of these, and I'm going to order a full order, and then you hit order, they process it, and eventually it'll just come out right here. There's no special charge for this, but it does tell you how much it'll cost. So this just came off the conveyor belt. You just take it off and go ahead and eat it. So I took 5 of my plates, I put them in there, and now we'll see if I win a prize. I did not. Oh well, I'm fine with that. But if you do win, a little capsule toy will pop out of there. This time I think I won. Yeah, I did. Look at that. This is gonna be a little ball that should pop out right there. There we go. And I can't open this with one hand, so give me a second here. It's like some sort of anime band thing. I don't know, not for me. So I just left Kura Sushi, and here's my receipt, just for clarification, 2,050 yen, which I just checked. That's like $12.50 for like 15 plates of sushi. I'm very happy. So I'm inside a Don Quijote. You'll recognize him by the little penguin icon. And I'm kind of in the electronics section because I was thinking about maybe getting some cheap Blu-ray recordable discs. Because here, they're only 2,480 yen plus tax, but then this place does tax-free, so I wouldn't have to deal with that. And then with the exchange rate right now, that's pretty cheap. I think it was like $16 or something like that. This caught my eye because I think it's just a replacement laser for a Blu-ray drive. I don't think I've ever seen that like sold by itself before. That's very bizarre. So check it out, this is kind of cool. It's a replacement power cable, so it's like a USB-C cable you would plug into your phone, and then it replaces it with this like magnetic thing. So they have a sample of it here. You just kind of, look at that. That's kind of cool. I would actually kind of consider doing that, except I typically need my USB-C port on my phone more readily available. See, I found another one, a Big Zero Lemon Pepsi. Kind of like Lemon Twist Pepsi, if anybody remembers those. But again, I'm not doing the zero sugar. I've learned my lesson. Big Cola Pepsi, though, is alright, though. This is like a regular one. This is the strangest looking Dr. Pepper can I've ever seen. I mean, I get why. Obviously, it's Japanese, but it's like the whole shape of it is different. I wonder how different it actually would taste. Check it out. We've got Brazilian Guarana, but this is the Japanese version. Very nice. Another brand of it. It's a good soda, although I think that one is the better one. So I just left Don Quijote. They do just still do the tax-free shopping thing, though. I want to talk a little bit about that because it's a little bit of a, it's changed a little depending on where you go. The best you can hope for is that they preemptively don't charge you the tax, which is the best because then you never get charged for it in the first place. Although there are still a lot of places, and this Don Quijote was one of them, they will charge you the tax, then they have a tax refund counter, and they give you the tax back in cash. I don't like cash, as I've made very clear, especially in other countries. It's mostly useless to me. It's because it becomes a burden. You have these coins, especially, that you can't really ever end up using all the way. The one thing they are useful for here, for sure, though, is the train system, which still requires them. So I'm not upset about it because it's money I would use. But anyway, also, leaving there, Don Quijote, outside of it, there was a woman doing a show with a monkey. That was new. I decided to pop into this very local chain called Starbucks. Actually, no joke, Starbucks in Japan is pretty good. They have a lot of custom drinks that are very unique to Japan. And right now they're doing like Ishigo with bananas and cream. There's also Ishigo with banana and like creme brulee. And then apparently starting on July 10th, and that's, you know, I'm here on July 5th today. No, 6th. Today's the 6th. They're going to start doing a peach thing. So shout out to Atlanta Dave, Georgia, who loves his peaches. I'll be getting one of those because why not?
I hate you. I really do.
Did I even mention what I got? I got the Ishigo banana strawberry cream. This is really good. Terrible for you, obviously. I don't think there's any coffee in it whatsoever, but what a way to go. That's stupid good. So it's been a few hours. I went home meaning the hotel. Decided to shower and clean myself up. I was sweating a lot, so I also changed shirts. Shenmue represent. And now I've decided I'm going to kill a little time. I've got some business to attend to tonight, but I'm going to kill some time going into Yokohama Station, go to a Surugai specialty shop, and look for some video games, because why not? So this is a nice touch that Japan does. They organize, so like we're just walking here. Everybody keep to the left, because if you're staying to the left, you'll never, you know, walk into other people. Like I said, Japan's all about the system. Just understand the system,
and you'll always be fine. So here I'm going to recharge my my card. So I put it in there, and then they have English options, and so you can set it up. So currently I have that much, and I want to add some. I'm going to add, so like, here's some of the currency I've got. I have some of these 10-cent units. I have a 50-cent, and then there's these two 500s. Keep in mind, this one, the machine does not take these. It will only take the older ones. So I'm going to get rid of some of these 10-cent coins. So let's put in 40 yen. And so that's what it's expecting. So we'll put in these 10-cent, well, the equivalency of, and that'll put 40 yen on there, which is not, that's like, you know, 25 cents basically, but all the same, it'll put it there, and then we'll charge that. And so it's been added to my balance. Now I'm going to keep adding more because that's not much money, but you get the point. So now I've told it to give it to 1,000, so I'm just going to use a 1,000 yen bill. This used to be like a $10 bill. Now this is like $6. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and put that in there. And it will take it, and then it'll update my balance, and there you go. Now I have a bunch more money on my card. So basically I added a whole big pile of change there. That was pretty much all the money I got from the tax-free shopping over at Don Quijote. So now I've just thrown it onto my Icoca card, and I can use that for the trains. So there's a benefit to cash here, which is basically to redigitize it. Dude, that is so cool. At the Godzilla store in Tokyo, in Shinjuku, they have this set up because of Godzilla -1. That is so awesome. So I'm now at the Asagaya area, just outside Nakano, just outside Tokyo. I'm here, I'm going to be meeting up with some of my Shenmue buddies. One of them is Eric Kelso, who voiced characters in the original Shenmue games. And we're going to have dinner and stuff. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I want to say Shabu Shabu. We'll find out. So we're going to get Shabu Shabu. I'm with Eric Kelso here on the left, voice actor from the Shenmue games, and my boy George Kitchen over here. We're going to go ahead and eat Shabu Shabu. Now, what exactly did you order us?
Well, Shabu Shabu is really beautifully thinly sliced beef like that. And we got all you can eat, so we're going to stack these suckers up here.
Just pure meat.
And what you do is you Shabu Shabu means like swish, swish. So you swish it through the, this is tonyu, which is soy milk. And then this is more of a spicy one.
Okay.
So you put it through that, and it cooks it very quickly, just 10 seconds. And then she's going to bring some ponzu and some goma, some sesame sauce. You dip it in, knock it down.
And then you burn your mouth. But what a way to go.
Hot, and it's so tender. You never have anything this tender because it's so marbled, so thin, it just melts in your mouth.
See, one of the perks of this place is this is one of those places where you kind of have to speak Japanese, and he actually does. So we got past the, shall we say, the metaphorical bouncer. So we finished our Shabu Shabu. We are all, what's the phrase?
Onaka ippai.
Onaka ippai, which means we're very full. So naturally we got desserts. What did we get? A tiramisu?
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Very Japanese, a tiramisu. Yeah, no, I'm sure it's quite good. George, did you enjoy your Shabu Shabu?
Onaka ippai desu.
Onaka ippai desu.
Oishii da ne.
Oh, oishii. So he said, I'm very full, and it was very tasty, right?
Hai.
Hi, yes it is. See, I know that much. I did do like one Japanese class. So the food was fantastic. Really liked that place. Didn't catch the name of it, but I'll be back there because in a few days I'm going to hang out with Eric again. George and him decided to go get some drinks. I got to catch the train here because it's going to shut down, and I don't want to get stuck out here because taxis are no joke here. Do not do that. That is prohibitively expensive. And that'll do it for part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned to part 2 of my 6-part series on our return to Japan. Part 2 will consist of a lot of Baka Gaijin and myself, well, I'm also Baka Gaijin, going around shopping and teaching you more Japanese phrases, showing you more food, and actually going to a McDonald's. Yes, that's going to happen. But anyway, stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for watching. Please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, check all the social media stuff in the description, and I'll see you all later.